We're switching over to the Chicken Police. Chicken Police. It's a detective game, point and click. Figure it out. Laugh along the way. Scratch your head. Work with you guys. Solve the puzzles. I mean, find the clues and solve the mystery. It's like a film noir. It's like a noir mystery, see? Where you're a giant chicken cop, see? You're a giant chicken policeman, and you talk like this. Meh, meh, meh. Okay? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to switch those games. I'm going to switch games, guys. I've had enough Hitman. I barely made it through that one. So let me do this. Boom. I barely made it through that contract. But I will say this about that batch of contracts. It's good. I did not. What did we play? 6 or 7 of them? Not a single one of them was shitty. So that's good, man. GG on the curation there, and whoever created all those. Congratulations to you guys, of course. Yeah, I'm glad my back held up too. Turns out one of the better, most comfortable positions right now is sitting. Laying down is not good. Lately I've been more sore when I wake up in the morning than I was when I went to bed, which just really sucks. But, you know, that's me. That's my life. Argus has been waiting to see if I'll be his friend. I accept Argus. We're now friends on Steam. Thanks for coming. All right, Chicken Police. Let me just change the title. Chicken Police into the Hive. Okay, good. There'll be more Hitman tomorrow at 4 o'clock, guys. 4 o'clock Eastern U.S. time. Yeah, you better get your vaccine now, dude. Better get your booster now. You better get anything you want. Anything you plan on buying in the foreseeable future, you better get it now, bruh. You might want to take care of it right now. Oh, God. Let me do my tweet. It says we're changing games. I love that post. Look at this poster. It's so cool, man. He also made a really cool one for me that's in widescreen mode that I'm using as YouTube title cards. And he left a big blank spot down at the bottom, just like in the game where it shows the little boxes for the text. There's a box and then there's text inside of it. He made me a box down at the bottom where I could put the text in part 1, part 2. Fucking awesome, dude. Content King's the best, bro. Don't tell him I said that, though. His head will explode. Trying to make my controller work. There we go. I got it. All right, y'all ready for this? Let's go. I got a typo. Can I edit with premium? Oh, you gotta pay to edit your tweets? Yet another reason why I'm leaving that shitty fucking ghetto. Okay. What was what? What was what? What did I do? I do something bad? Oh, what was that? What were you saying? All right, so if you guys don't know yet, this game is detective, point and click detective story. It's a world where it's run by animals, instead of people, okay? And we're a chicken. Chicken are the chicken cops. Me and my partner are the chicken police, world famous. But there is some segregation bullshit happening in this world, where insects are considered less than, and they have been banished to the Hive. Now, insects live in this part of the world called the Hive. They're discriminated against. A lot of people think they're scum. And problem is that there's body snatching going on over at the Hive. Dead insects their bodies are being snatched. For what reason, we don't know, but we are on the case. And last night we made it over from Clawville, which is where all these animals live, over to the Hive to investigate. Okay, and that's where we are right now. It's like I'm trying to get used to it. I mean, what's it called? Anamorphic? Is that the word for it? Whatever. We're a chicken. Deal with it. All right, now, we were just about to go in last night, right? We questioned all these people. Oh, it looks like maybe my save didn't get it.
Hello, miss.
Yeah, we got to do it
Yes? Can I help you?
We hope so. Can we, get some directions?
Well, okay. What would you like to know? But quickly, please. I'm expecting someone.
We'll be quick, miss. We promise.
Kala. My name is Kala.
Miss Kala. What an exceptional name. So we're actually looking for the local,
We're looking for the Spider Queen, Miss Zaneta.
Oh.
Oh?
Well,
Well,
you mean you really don't know?
We don't know if we know, if you don't tell us what we might not know.
This is all hers.
you mean the joint?
The joint. And the street. And the precinct. And everything.
That sounds pretty serious.
It is. You have no idea how much.
Good to know. So, can you tell us where we can find her?
You can find out everything in here, in the distant light. That's all I can say. Although if I were you, I would avoid the place. In fact, the entire Hive for that matter. Please don't bother me any further. Farewell, gentlemen.
I'm sorry, did we say something wrong?
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, we understand. Goodbye.
Do we have to do all this again, I wonder?
I don't like this.
No. Okay. That's good.
Yes? Anything else?
That's all for now. Thank
So
you.
why does she still have a question mark over it? She doesn't now. All right, she's good now. All right, in we go. Oh, wait a minute. Have we talked to this guy? Nobody there. All right.
Look at the size of him. All yours, Boss Bird.
Huh? What's up with you?
Nothing. It's just,
Okay, whatever you want. Chicken.
What was that?
I said you're a coward.
That hurts.
Swell.
Swell. Sweetheart.
Nice, big thing.
Snail.
He doesn't have a shell.
And you think he's homeless?
Sonny, furry heavens, I'm not even gonna reply to that.
Good. Tough times, eh?
All right, that's good. So let's go to these
Hey,
questions.
big guy.
Yeah?
Tell me, what's your name?
Hank. Hank Hardshell.
Are you an athlete, Hank?
What?
Well, that's a vector ball bat in your hand.
Or that? What about it?
If you're not playing Vectra Ball, you shouldn't be waving that around. And we
Hello,
need to confiscate it.
Munga Dinga.
Hey,
As
Corinna.
my learned colleague says.
Did we say something funny?
Aye, that's a good one. Really.
Now listen here, you slimy.
Take it easy. Let's start from the beginning.
All right, here we go.
We haven't introduced ourselves. Do you know who we are?
Chickens?
Yeah, but that's not what I mean.
Coppers, right?
Chicken coppers.
I'm good at this. I like guessing games.
Can you also guess what happens if you don't give us that bat?
Ah. I guess it stays with me.
The law is the law, big boy. I don't make the rules. But if you don't give us the bat, we have to take you in.
Okay. So listen here, chicken coppers. This is the Hive, in case you didn't notice.
Didn't they notice?
You don't have anywhere to drag me. There's no PD here. Or are we going to drive all the way to the centre of town so you can stick me in a cell and hunch over paperwork till dawn for a wee bat? I didn't think so.
What?
Didn't they?
How dare you?
Okay, big boy. Fair enough.
Take this as a warning.
Ooh, oops. I just shit my pants, cluckers.
Watch it.
Why is it in black and white? Because that's the style. There's an old style called noir. It's dark. And that's the style. Okay? We could put it into color. Right? Ah, that's more like it. These old movies, okay? Film noir was a thing back in the day. Like Humphrey Bogart, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he was an old movie star. He's starred in a lot of detective movies, film noir, black noir. Deal with it!
Huh? Oh, you two again.
Listen, pal, tell me, you some kind of doorman?
What do I look like?
A snail?
What else?
A doorman?
Hey, I know what you're doing. The guessing game. That was a good one.
Wasn't it? I'm glad we could create such happy moments together. Can we go in then?
No.
Oh.
All right, thinking, try again.
Tough times,
All right,
eh?
he's done. That's now question. All right, let's-
Anything else?
No, nothing. We're, just leaving.
Ask about access.
Okay, so what do we have to do to get in?
Just ask me nicely and hand me your weapons. That's all.
What? Over my dead feathery body, pal.
Well, I can help you with that.
We're police officers. We can't hand over our weapons to you. It's the other way around.
Aye. And I'm a doorman. I can't let anybody in with a gun. Boom. We're at stalemate. What's next?
You gonna let him talk to us like that?
What do you suggest, Marty?
Oh, you don't want to know.
We'll be back soon, pal.
Good for me, I guess.
Let's see. We added Calla Sweet End. A strange and rather reserved insect lady with an exotic present. I wonder exactly what she's trying to disguise, because from the way she talks to us, I'm sure she has something to hide. And then there's Hank Hardshell, the land slug. Cheeky slug bouncer who probably works for the Spider Queen herself. So the Spider Queen is the head of this gang called the Web. She's the Spider Queen, okay? He hangs around with a huge bat and won't part with it easily. He doesn't look like much of a mastermind, but it's good to keep an eye on him anyways. What else we got here? The goo. Right, we learned about the goo last night. It's rather difficult to produce, rare substance used by insect population mainly as a building material. It's extremely flexible and yet robust, and if the production process were not so slow and complicated, entire cities would be built from it. As they've done in the past, the last such city is now nothing but ancient ruins. Many people believe that such cities still exist underground, but this is probably a myth. Okay, we're up to date. Maybe we can give Hank something in our inventory. Show him something. Sign permission?
Let's see, how about no?
How about no?
Okay, how about this? Let me in.
Wait, what?
Phone number is my badge.
Ah, for cluck's sake.
Okay. Offer him a drink.
Wait, what?
Alright. So maybe we need to go somewhere else. Zips. Frank's place. Graveyard. Home. Clawville Police Department. Marty's Nest. Must be missing something. Huh? Aha!
Look, we really don't want to bother you.
So why are you bothering me?
That slimy mountain of a guy at the door with a big bat in his hand.
Oh, him? Yes, so what about him?
Well, it's a bit difficult talking to him. It's like trying to have a conversation with a bowl of jelly. But you two seem to know each other.
Him and me? What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an assumption. You know, we're detectives.
Ah, yes. That makes sense, I guess.
So, do you know him?
Well, it's an exaggeration to say I know him, but, well, he's Hank.
Yeah, Hank. He's a very handsome fellow for a pretty lady like you.
Pretty lady. Did he say that?
Oh, yeah, he did.
That huge masculine body seems to hide a sensitive heart. And above all, a shy boy.
Really? Oh, hush my heart.
So, we thought we'd help him out a little. To make the first move.
Can you?
Would you like to talk to him in private?
Is it that obvious?
We're just humble detectives, ma'am.
Well, if you could put in a word for me.
We could try.
Thank you. Thank you, detectives.
Oh, it's nothing, miss. Our pleasure.
Okay. Yeah, new ask topic. Ask about Kala.
Hey, mushface.
You again? What now?
We were just talking to Miss Calla when...
Miss, Calla? Huh?
Yeah, the young lady. We couldn't help but notice that you're eyeing each other.
Who? Me? Don't make me laugh, chickens.
I like his accent.
Don't be shy, buddy. She's quite a lovely lady.
Aye, she is. I mean, I suppose she is. We've, never spoken.
What? Why, that's terrible.
It really is.
Something must be done about it.
By all means.
You think so?
Of course. The air is throbbing with chemistry.
Don't overdo it.
Listen, Hank, old bud. You need to strike while the iron's hot. Who knows if you'll get another chance?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
Of course we are.
Okay. I'll try to speak to her. Whew. You can do it, Hanky boy. You can do it.
That's the
do it.
spirit. Get on it, you stud. I like it when things go well.
You mean when we manipulate invertebrates?
I just like to look at the bright side of things.
Well, be happy in your little world of pink.
Ha! At least mine has colors.
Oh! All right, that was an achievement. Dr. Love. Get Hank and Kala together. We did it.
So, are you ready? Or should I say, are you chicken enough?
Well, my head is still pounding, I'm nauseous, and I feel like this place is gonna kill us.
Now that you put it that way...
Come on, old bird. It'll be fun. Maybe the adventure of a lifetime. And besides, you started the whole thing, didn't you?
True enough. Okay, Marty. Let's cluck and do this.
Let's cluck. Okay. Distant
The
light.
distant light. We've entered another world. Ruined, run down, alien, yet strangely buzzing with life. Everything's different here. The smells, the sounds, the colors. As if the walls themselves were alive. I felt like a stranger, and yet it felt like home. There was something comforting about the place, even though I knew that the deeper we went into the Hive, the harder it would be to get out. Was there poison in the air? Some intoxicating aroma that lured unsuspecting victims into its web? Well, it's time to find out.
Damn.
Ugh, it stinks in here.
Clucking hell, Marty, pipe down, would you?
Can't you smell it? There's something in the air. Honey and poison.
Just try to be quiet, okay? We're strangers here.
Okay, I'm not a complete moron. I know when to keep my head down.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes.
Right.
Okay, time to start looking around. All the way over, as far as I can go. The X first. Not that way. Pianist, drunkard. The bar. Cockroach goon. Metal door. Dartboard. Alright, let's go over to the left. Start with you. Have a look at him.
The guy's all messed up.
Okay. Do it again.
The guy's all messed up.
Good enough. Cannot ask him nothing about this dude.
Careful, Sonny, or you'll end up just like him.
Careful, Sonny, or you'll end up just like him.
Hey, get out of my head.
It's too late. I've seen everything.
My condolences.
What the fuck?
Hey, buddy, you lost your knife.
Yeah, it's in your back.
Shall we help him?
He doesn't seem to be very concerned. Let's leave him alone.
It's a knife in his
I
back?
agree. Weird.
So it is.
But really, should we not tell him?
Prime directive, Marty. We do not interfere with alien affairs.
Is that in the handbook? I should read that sometime.
After 20 years, forget it. If you've survived this long, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You have a little more iron in your body than you need, pal.
Are you a doctor now?
Oh, Mom wanted me to be one.
Aww.
You have a little more iron in your...
Are you a doctor now?
Oh, Mom wanted...
Aww.
Okay, moving. Hit the X, show us where to look. Can't just rely on that stuff, though. You gotta look for hidden things, too. So here's the bar, okay? Look around the bar. Nothing but a bartender showing up. Okay. Right behind him.
He'll be our man. Bartenders always know what's what.
I can't wait for you to be wrong.
What?
What?
What? Say what one more time.
He'll be our man.
Okay.
A clean glass of tap water, my good man.
I see I'm dealing with real gentlemen here. There are two things I can't offer you, I'm afraid. One is clean, the other is water.
Then what would you recommend on this fine evening, Mr.
Ender. Bartender. Well, we have mead.
Ender Bart.
And mead.
Ender.
And whiskey. But I wouldn't recommend that, so mostly mead.
Well, that's quite a selection. What'll it be, Marty?
On second thought, I'll give this one a miss.
My friend is teetotal today, and Well, mead isn't my cup of tea. But since we're here, maybe we'll have something else.
And what would that be, amigo?
Information.
Oh, bloody hell. So you are cops after all?
We never said we weren't.
You want to get yourselves killed? Do you know who owns this place?
You mean the Spider Queen? Well, it's going to take a little more than an 8-legged urban legend to scare us.
You think I don't know who you are? Pretty much everybody knows, even if they'd rather deny it. But star cops or not, this isn't your league, boys. Sorry to disappoint.
So what do you suggest, amigo?
Honestly,
Amigo.
get the cluck out and never look back. But knowing your reputation, that won't happen, right?
We're the kind who need to be thrown out.
It happens almost every day.
I thought as much. So, for the fun of it, maybe I can help you out. But no promises.
Then I'll take that as a promise.
You're that ever-sour, obnoxious, loud-mouthed, insufferable, but still weirdly charming kind of character, huh?
Exactly.
All right. Ask me anything you want, but make it quick.
Okay, here we go. New clue, hold on. Big metal door and a freaky fellow standing in our way. We did that. It's not new. That guy, he's a jumping spider. Bart Ender. Sparman spider of the distant light who tries to pretend that he never cares about anything and couldn't hurt a fly, but I'm sure he knows and observes much more than he's willing to tell us. At least until we soften him up a little bit. Softening begins now.
He'll be our man. No more questions. For
What? Lack of hands? What do you mean?
I don't want to be indiscreet, but doesn't a spider have 8 limbs? Because if I'm counting right, you have 4 arms and 2 legs.
Yeah, that's 6. Your maths is exceptional, Detective.
did you fight in the war?
No, but that's what I usually say when I'm asked.
Then what happened?
If you really want to know, I sold them.
Huh?
But I've still got 2 little stumps in the middle of my back.
Sold them to who?
Ouch.
I was broke, you know. There were some crooks from Clawville who paid top dollar for insect limbs. That's just the way it is these days.
You sold them to be eaten?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for saying it out loud. That makes it so much easier for me.
Ugh, Cluck, sorry.
I'm used to it. Any more anatomy questions, boys?
Thank you,
no,
Panda.
thank you. I'm fine.
Neato.
So, he sold his arms to somebody from Clawville. Okay? Remember the first victim we saw? His arms had been ripped out, and now corpses are turning up missing? He knows. We need to question him some more.
Come on. What are you waiting for? Ask away.
Yeah, all right. Here we go.
I don't want to be indiscreet, but
Yeah.
Did you fight?
All right, we'll have to come back to him. Nothing else to see here. Dartboard.
out of darts, are we?
That didn't stop them.
Well, they're resourceful folk.
Darts or knives. All the same, right? As long as they hit the target.
Or this guy over here.
People keep asking if I'm back,
Darts or knives.
and I haven't really had an answer.
Okay, Panda, welcome back.
Now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Cockroach Goon.
Another door, man.
Same old, same old.
The Spider Queen doesn't take any chances, huh?
Makes me want to get in there even more. We always get on so well with goons like him. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
What the hell are you?
We're chickens. That's enough for now. But say, kid, what's behind that iron door?
For you? Nothing.
Well, if there's nothing there, we might as well check it out, right?
What are you? Some kind of suicide chickens?
Now that you mention it,
No way you're gonna let us in, right?
That's your first sensible sentence, Bird. No, not a chance. So fuck off.
why don't we just mention Zenaita's name? Maybe then he'll let us in.
You think so? Oh, we'll get a free ticket to the other side.
The other side of the door?
The other side of living.
Oh.
We always get on so well.
Where do you stand on bribery, pal?
I don't know. You can try if you want.
How much you got on you, Sonny?
Not much. $5 maybe. And you?
About 10, I think.
Well, that's 15 already.
Now, get the fuck out of here while I'm talking nice.
Call that talking nice?
We're not gonna talk our way through this one. We need another option.
All right, let's look at my wallet or my thing. I don't have any money in here. Try to sign permission. I don't think it'll work.
Next time. But not now.
Shot of booze?
Huh?
We got nothing. All right, let's go.
We'll find a way to get in there. Let's have a good look around.
Okay, fair enough. Let's look at the door.
Do you think they keep the expensive porcelain behind that?
Maybe they're hiding priceless archaeological artifacts.
Or having illegal cockfights through there?
Or a secret den with naughty ladies.
You wish, huh?
Feathers! I'm a married man.
Are you?
Well, at least I was yesterday. I hope I still am.
If not, I'll marry you.
Aw, thanks, Boss Bird.
This door looks suspicious to you, Marty.
A steel door reinforced with huge metal rivets with an armed insect goon standing in front of it? Nah, I don't see anything special about it.
Yeah, me neither. We have to get through there somehow.
All right, keep looking around. Something new on our map. But we're here, so we got to figure it out. They won't let us go anywhere else. Talk to the barman again. Ask about a new topic. The doorman and the metal door.
How do we get down to the Queen? I guess that big metal door would be the way.
There's a casino down there, but it's for VIP members only. For the big dogs, you know. I mean, not literally. There aren't any dogs here.
What do we have to do to get down there?
You just have to be interesting or significant enough. Simple as that.
Clawville's most famous cops aren't enough?
Here? In the Hive? No, not really.
That hurts.
Sorry, boys.
Any other ideas?
Maybe ask Douglas, the pianist. He was a regular down there until he was banned for stirring up some shit big time. I don't know. You'll find a way. Use your bird brains.
Don't be birdist.
Don't be a hypocrite.
He's not wrong.
Shut up, Marty.
How about the pianist?
This Douglas fella. What else can you tell us about him?
He's a bit of a loner and a drunkard, of course. He says he's a bar pianist, but no one's seen him play the piano in ages. He usually just stares at the thing and sighs.
Ah, poor guy.
Don't feel sorry for him. He's supposed to be a real scumbag. I don't know him personally, but I know he used to move in quite influential circles before he got this low.
I see. Well, thanks, Bart.
What about the doorman?
What about that nice little cockroach at the door?
One of the Queen's guards. Quite intransigent fella. When I open the place, he's usually there. When I close, he's still there. It's like he never eats or sleeps.
Could he be a robot?
Oh, what now?
I read it in Tomorrow's World science fiction magazine. You know, a machine being that lives forever.
Please stop filling your already tiny brain with so much chicken shit, Marty.
You're not my mom.
Lucky me.
Wow. All right, to the, oh, Douglas has something for us. Oh, he is the pianist.
The guy's all messed up. Hey, buddy.
Hello?
He's not an insect.
That's hopeless.
Yeah, but we need to wake him up somehow.
Got any more of that miracle stuff, Sonny?
You swallowed every last drop.
Then why the hell are you still carrying that flask
Yeah.
around?
Because it means a lot to me.
Wait a minute. Who gave it to you?
Yeah, that's enough. We got work to do. Leave me alone.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
But the idea is good, Marty. We need something strong to bring him back to life.
Okay. Come here, bar guy. Let's see. Can you fill this for me?
Ah, for cluck's sake. Next time. But not now.
Okay, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. So that guy's a kakapo. Drunken ex-bar pianist of the distant light. He's a disturbed and strange fellow, but he also has a hidden depth and a good dose of tragedy in him. And we learned about organ trafficking is a serious and real problem at the Hive. The starving insects sell their limbs and organs both inside and outside the Hive for illegal medical and food use. And then the Great Meat War was a conflict that lasted from 822 to 849 and involved essentially all the countries of the wilderness in one form or another, making it the largest intercontinental armed conflict in known history. In this war, it's estimated that nearly 100 million animals died and almost 30 species were declared extinct. While many believe this would be the war that would bring final peace and end all further wars, the truth is that several conflicts have since broken out, and the atmosphere between the Clawville colonial empire and Stavonia is still extremely tense. We need to bring the drunken pianist back to life. Why does it feel like deja vu? We go somewhere now? Ah! Nope, locked. Locked. Everything locked but here. Okay. So... maybe this guy can give us some good shit?
We'll find a way to get in there.
Oh, I didn't mean to back out. That was an accident.
Let's go.
What do you guys think?
That's not the right way.
Yeah, if we're not battering rams.
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Oh!
That's hopeless.
Monica!
Yeah, but we need to
Coffee.
wake him up somehow.
No, it was an aspirin that got Marty back in shape, wasn't it? And can we go back to the precinct? Maybe I couldn't travel anywhere because we were in there, dude. No. Nope, we're here. This is it. Maybe there's something out here. There ain't shit out here. Oh, no. Did you see a body outline on the
go.
ground, Rick? Is that what you said? Let me go look. Maybe I missed a clue in there. Oh, there is. Oh, so there is, Rick. Good call, dude.
Yikes.
We don't want to end up like that.
Oh, maybe it's just new wave art or something.
Oh, yeah, sure. Don't lose your head.
You know, I've read that some chickens can live after having their heads cut off. They run around headless while their heads are screaming on the ground.
Marty, I told you not to read that crap. It's bad for your brain.
It's fact.
Huh. Message received. Huh.
Okay.
We'll find a way to get in.
What are we missing, you guys?
You have a little more iron in your body.
Are you a doctor now?
Oh, Mom wanted me.
Aww.
Huh.
This Douglas fella is quite a drinker, eh?
You guys are detectives or something?
Well, you can see we're professionals. So, what does he drink?
A flaming ginger honey spit, usually.
What now?
But if you really want to wake him up, I recommend an extra double pepper slap.
Oh, I can slap him without the pepper, buddy. That's not an issue.
Then give me an extra double pepper slap.
Here you go. On the house.
Thank you, mate. All right, double pepper slap.
Hey, buddy.
Wait. We gotta get it out of our case, I guess, huh? Yeah, there it is. Strong drink. Smell alone is awful. That doesn't sober the pianist, nothing will.
What? I'm awake. What's that smell? That smell? Is that a...
An extra pepper double slap, I think.
Are you trying to kill me?
If we really have to.
Keep that nasty stuff if you want. I'm sobered up from the smell of it.
Okay, then we'll put it back.
Wait, I mean, if you already have it, then maybe just a sip.
Sure. Go ahead. Everything all right, pal?
Whoa!
Is his head going to explode?
Huh, I'd like to see that.
Oh, that felt good. So, what the flappy hell do you want from me? And who are you anyway? You're not even insects.
Eagle eyes. You know you're not an insect either, right?
Of course, but that's different. I live here. I was born here. I'm an honorary insect. Or, at least, I was one.
Okay, Mr. Honorary Insect. Are you Douglas?
Douglas A. Fry, at your service. And you are?
Just two simple, innocent birds who want a word with the Queen.
Oh, I see. Well, goodbye then.
You're not going anywhere.
Come on. You seem like a perfectly nice, normal guy. Would you mind helping two other birds in trouble?
You know what? I like you, big white guy, but not you.
Hey, thanks. You hear that, Sonny? He likes me and not you.
I'll bring flowers to your wedding.
I knew my good heart would take me to my grave. Okay, so, what exactly do you want?
Well,
The guy's all messed up.
okay.
I knew my good heart would take me to my grave. Okay, so, what exactly...
Well, tell us about the distant lights.
Tell us about this place.
Ah, the distant light. This used to be the fanciest joint in the whole hive. Expensive drinks, gorgeous women, live music every night.
But then something happened.
You happened. All of frickin' Clawville, the Segregation Act, the King's brainwashing, walls around the hive. I could go on.
Hey, keep it down, buddy.
Everything's ruined. The shops are closed, misery everywhere. The police are nowhere to be found, riots, crime. But do I have to explain this to you, of all people?
Sorry to hear that.
Chicken shit.
If we weren't sorry, we wouldn't be here investigating on behalf of an insect.
An insect, huh? Maybe someone killed a fancy warm blood and you blame it on an insect, eh?
No, an insect is missing, and we're gonna find out what happened to him.
Would that make you the good guys?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but we're trying.
Well, good luck with that, lads. You know the hive likes to keep its secrets.
All right, what about the queen, this big mob boss?
So how do we get down to the queen?
I don't know why you want to die so badly, but it's your problem. So, there's an old code. Maybe it'll help.
A code, like in spy movies?
If you say so.
Well, let's hear it.
Hey, not so fast, lads. You want something? You gotta earn it.
Oh, for cluck's sake.
If you can beat me at my favorite drinking game, I'll tell you.
Sonny, over to you.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What?
You know, partner, it's funny coming from you after tonight's events.
Hey, that was a one-time thing.
Yeah, I know. It always starts with a one-time thing.
If you're too much of a chicken to do it, maybe you can try my world-famous Hive quiz. Or get lost. It's your call, but if you win any of my games, I swear I'll give you the super-duper secret password.
All right. Maybe we'll give it a try.
And VIP.
We heard you were a regular down there.
Indeed I was, back in the day. You know, I was the Queen's personal pianist.
What happened?
I had a fight with someone and I broke my hands.
How?
Well, I hit a guy in the head and, you know, these insect guys are hard as a rock.
I see. Well, sorry to hear that. And then?
The Queen threw me out. Since then, I can't go down anymore. I'm done. All my prestige is gone.
And is there anything we can do for you?
Can you get me a new hand?
I mean, we can try.
Oh, don't bother. I'm getting used to it. I just miss the music. Soon I'll drink myself to death.
We'll see what we can do, buddy, but in the meantime...
Sure, ask away, do your thing. I don't care anymore.
All right, that was a lot. Why is he still doing that?
So, what's it gonna be, lads?
Oh, let's try the drinking game. Oh, no, let's try the Hive quiz. Let's go.
So, what is this Hive quiz?
I knew you guys were tough cocks. Now, you can prove to me that you can find your place in the Hive like I did back in the day.
Oh, yeah? Did you win an infantile quiz game too?
What? The hell I didn't. Why would I do such a foolish thing?
Well, go ahead, shoot.
All right, then. But I warn you, any question you get wrong twice in a row, that's the game over for you.
Okay. Just do it.
First question. What is the name of the material that insects use to strengthen their buildings?
Goo. Blob, vomit, or goo? It's goo.
Yeah, good answer. Although a day-old chick would have known that.
Thanks. Next one.
Question number 2. What is the Hive's well-known nickname?
Roachtown, Slimy Slums, Bugville. I've heard it called both Bugville and Roachtown. I'm going Roachtown.
Good. You got it right, boys. There's just one question left.
Let's get
What
to it.
is your favorite
Last
color?
question, chicks. What was the name of the first governor of the Hive?
Wally Buggerfield III never had one. Yeah, never had one.
Correct. Good answer. The Hive has never had a governor because it has never had any autonomy.
Yeah, we're geniuses.
Like in kindergarten.
Here's a password. I wrote it down for you on a piece of paper.
First try.
Thanks, Douglas.
Sorry, but the shop is closed, boys.
Okay, okay. Let's go, Marty.
Okay, to our stuff. Inspect. Password is the bronze beetle bakes a brownie before breakfast. The bronze beetle bakes a brownie before breakfast. That's up for you to remember.
We'll find a way to get in there.
All right, come over here, open up our thing. Just show him this then. Maybe you don't have to remember it.
What's up, meat sacks?
Meat sacks? That's not nice.
Your master is expecting us.
Well, what? I don't have a master.
We don't need the tango, okay? We know all the dance moves, and we know the password, too.
Yeah, the bronze beetle bakes a brownie before breakfast.
What now?
What now?
Just because you pulled a silly rhyme out of some drunken schmuck, I'm supposed to let you in? Give me a break.
But that's the way it goes, right? In movies and books and...
Just get the fuck out of here while I click it nicely, okay?
Listen, pal, if you don't want any trouble, you'll let us in. It's that simple.
Am I supposed to be scared now? Ha! I eat little shits like you for breakfast.
Quite the opposite, bro.
You eat shit for breakfast?
What?
Okay, come on. Let's do this.
I'm gonna kill you, meat sack.
Enough.
That?
Was...
The Queen.
Costa, send them down.
Yes, Your Highness.
Here we go, guys.
Okay, you got lucky, boys. Go down while I'm in a good mood.
Thanks, Bug Boy.
Hey, we don't use the B word around here. Am I clear?
Okay, okay. Let's go, Marty.
Bug boy. Ooh.
I see. Welcome, detectives. Shall we begin?
Gnarly, dude. Freaking gnarly. Oh my god. Jeez.
The smell of cigarette smoke and cheap mead gave way to something else. An intoxicating woman's perfume mixed with a musty, lush aroma and the essence of expensive liquors. It was as if we'd suddenly descended into another time. We were standing in front of a throne, occupied by a real queen, as if she'd just stepped off the canvas of an old painting. I felt dizzy. I've been in some tough situations in my life, but this time, I shuddered. Would we ever get out of here with our feathers intact?
Dun dun dun.
Welcome to our humble abode, detectives.
Humble? I have a different definition of humble.
Mr. Featherland, we used to live in a huge castle outside the Hive. Compared to that, this hovel is an insult.
Well, an underpaid cop like me would kill for an insult like this.
Come on, Mr. McChicken. Don't be so modest. You've got a quaint little apartment in Harlow Street with a lovely wife.
How
You
does she
should be
know all
proud.
this?
Wait, what? But how do you know that?
How?
No need to be frightened, gentlemen. But they call us the Great Web for a reason. We can feel even the smallest vibration of the city from our throne. Our silk threads are everywhere.
Now we can sleep peacefully.
It's the plain truth. And you, dear detectives, are in the truth business, are you not?
According to the book.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, gentle birds?
We're looking for an insect that died, then disappeared.
Ah, I see. Well, make yourselves comfortable. Look around. Snoop. I can sense your hearts beat a little fast. Calm down first, and then we can talk.
You can sense our... But
We'll do just that. Thank you.
New character. Castor the Cockroach. Yeah, we know about him. But Queen Zenaida. She's a Black Widow, the head of the famous and notorious Great Web Crime Syndicate and a living legend in her own right. Rumors abound that she knows everything about everyone in the city and that nothing escapes her watchful eyes. But one thing is for sure, despite the Hive's sad state, she's still a serious force in the city's power plays. Okay. So we need to help Douglas. His broken hand. We need to figure out more stuff about church. Troubles in Roachtown. Well, Joe said the bodies were... Yeah, okay. I'm caught up on that stuff. So let's look around. Minibar. I like to go left to right. So go left. Looking. Clean. Throne.
Perhaps a tad extravagant.
Perhaps.
Funny, but it looks kind of comfortable. Funny, but it...
Okay.
Maybe after talking to Her Majesty, we'll be needing a couple of stiff shots. I don't want to get drunk. I mean, not now, and
Okay. Ha! Pictures.
It's like they're looking at me. Ugh. They have too many eyes for my taste. Noble ancestry, huh?
Okay.
No wonder she's calling herself Queen. No wonder she's...
Okay. Oop.
Ugh, she gives me chicken bumps. Her eyes, I can't look into them, which could be a problem because she's got a lot of them and they're all staring at me.
Let's check it out again.
It's been a long time since someone has genuinely frightened me.
Again?
Anyway, here we are. We have to question her thoroughly. We won't get another opportunity like this again.
Okay. Good to know. More?
Anyway, here we...
That's it. Now we go to the questions.
So, can we ask you a few questions?
First, you have to answer us.
Us?
Why are you so interested in the fate of a mere insect? Did it hurt one of your kind?
Not at all, ma'am. We were hired by
Yeah,
someone.
job's a job.
A widow.
Oh. So you're altruistic crusaders?
Maybe we were just bored, ma'am.
I've heard you boys have been stirring up a lot of trouble over the last 2 decades. Perhaps this time, you've delved too deep into the hornet's nest.
You think so?
We're certain.
We'll see. If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Be our guest. We have nothing to hide.
Appreciate it.
Okay. New option, ask. First?
So, can we ask you a few...
First, you have to answer.
Not at all.
Oh,
Maybe we...
I've heard.
Okay. Oh, let's ask about Douglas.
Tell me, do you remember a pianist called Douglas?
He's right above us, even as we speak. He's either drinking his tears or some hard booze.
Was he really your personal pianist?
Something like that. We loved him and the way he played, full of heart. But we couldn't tolerate his erratic behavior any longer.
Who was the guy he got into a fight with?
A fiance of mine at the time. He's dead now.
I bet he is.
Douglas. That silly little thing. He was always madly in love with us. He put that in his songs. And that's why we loved him. But he was jealous.
Jealousy is a terrible demon.
It is, Detective. It is.
There's no hope of letting him back in?
You pity him, right? I can understand that. It happened to us, too. We let him back, but he can't play or stay sober.
If we could help you with those two things, would you take him back?
Perhaps. But why would you do that? What did he promise you?
Nothing in the world. We're just trying to be good birds, that's all.
So the tales are true after all.
Well, we're talking to a living legend too, so tales can be true.
It's a deal, then. If you can find a cure for his hand and his heart, we'll welcome his return.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Okay. What about the Hive?
What can you tell us about the current state of the Hive?
Did you come here with paper bags on your heads? Have you not seen with your eyes?
Well, we'd like to hear it in your words.
As you wish. Since the Segregation Act, our people are suffering more than ever. We are eating ourselves alive. You may think we're being figurative, but we couldn't be more literal. We're running out of flesh, of life, of soul. But before that happens, our patience will run out.
The Segregation Act wasn't good for business either, right?
Correct. We don't want to be seen as the selfless grande dame, or everyone's fairy godmother. No. We were running a thriving business.
You mean a thriving criminal business?
Call it what you like. It was blooming, but the blossom eventually withered. Now we are suffering like everyone else. The Hive is an oil barrel, detectives. And Clawville, a crazy old fool with a match in his hand.
Is the barrel gonna explode?
And with it,
Yeah.
the old fool.
Well, thanks for your honest opinion.
Not mere opinion. This is our future, gentlemen.
All right, how about that nice, comfortable-looking throne?
That's quite a throne you've got there.
Why, thank you. It was our late grandmother's 200 years ago.
Whoa, wait, then how old are you?
Do you think it's appropriate to ask such a question of a lady?
For cluck's sake, Marty.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But it is a really beautiful chair.
You're funny. We like you.
Thank the gods.
Okay.
Are you ready to go a little deeper?
Oh, you mean you're going to interrogate us?
That's one way of putting it. I prefer to call it a controlled conversation.
Interesting. You seem like a rough crude fellow at first glance. But underneath those ruffled feathers, you have a rather sophisticated soul.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Especially the ruffled feathers part.
Our pleasure. Well, shall we begin?
I'd be delighted.
Questioning unlocked.
Anyway, here we are. We have to question her thoroughly. We won't get another opportunity like this.
Okay. This is where we might need some of your guys' help. So let's listen carefully. Pay attention.
The Queen seems to like us, but that may be a simple disguise. In any case, a veteran criminal like her is probably harder to break than to open with the right honeyed words. Boost her ego. That can be a solid tactic. But either playing the good or the bad cop, nothing is impossible if you ask the right questions in the right tone.
Boost her ego. Okay.
Be forewarned, Detective. What you learn here may shake everything you've ever believed in.
You think I believe in anything? It seems your famous senses have failed you.
We'll see, Mr. Featherland.
We'll
We'll see.
Click, 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 click. Select your question. The Queen seems to like us. That may be a simple disguise. In any case, a veteran criminal like her is probably harder to break than to open with the right honeyed words. Boost her ego? That could be a solid tactic. But either playing the good or the bad cop, nothing's impossible if you ask the right questions. So what we want to do is move her all the way over to one of these two sides, and they're starting us towards break. Please tell us about yourself, Your Majesty. Well, that's an ego boost. Do you really use the royal plural? Is this some kind of an aristocratic fad? That might be a not very ego boosting. Mrs. Aneda, may I call you that, or should I stick with Queen? Ego boost.
Please tell us about yourself, Your Majesty. How did you become who you are?
You'd be surprised how little awareness there was in it. Things happened. Years flew by. And suddenly we found ourselves on this throne.
Lucky coincidences?
There are no coincidences, dear Inspector. We just did what we thought was right.
Right. We rarely hear that from the heads of criminal organizations, if I don't offend you.
What is right for someone, and in what situation, is subjective. We've lived our whole lives by a code of what we thought was right.
Isn't that convenient?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes the opposite.
So that was good. That gave us plus 20. Let's get to the point. Bodies are disappearing from the cemetery and the clues have led us here. I mean, that's the only question we got. What do you think? Why?
Let's get to the point. Bodies are disappearing from the cemetery, and the clues have led us here. What do you think? Why?
You're not playing games. We appreciate that. Yes, in a way, we understand that some clues could have led you here. But those can be misleading. We know nothing about the missing bodies.
You don't know about them, or you have nothing to do with them. Big difference.
There is a big difference. We've heard things. The Great Web is everywhere. And every little bit of information makes its threads twitch. But no, we have nothing to do with them.
Okay. Cemetery caretaker named Joe was knocked down. He barely made it out alive. Do you know anything about that? Someone almost died and the perpetrator seemed to have come from here. How about that? Someone was hit with a bottle that had the name of this place on it. Is it a coincidence? Let's go with someone was hit with a bottle.
Someone was hit with a bottle that had the name of this place on it. Is it a coincidence?
We don't believe in coincidences, Mr.
Well
Featherland.
then,
But that doesn't prove that the perpetrator was following our orders.
It's true. It could have been a simple bum or just an angry boozer. Am I right?
For example,
Still, something's bothering me.
what?
Why the mysterious phrasing? Why didn't you just say you didn't know anything about it? Plain and simple.
Because it wouldn't have been true, Mr. Featherland.
plus 10. When we mentioned the name of the distant light to the injured Uncle Joe, he was scared to death. Why? Let's say I believe you. Do you think the glass is not just a weapon, but also a message? Let's go with that.
Let's say I believe you. Do you think the glass was not just a weapon, but also a message?
An interesting theory, and there may be some truth in it. As the place is well known and has been ours for decades, yes, we can see why you might think that.
So you agree that the clues lead logically here?
If it is a message, we did not send it. It would be foolish to leave a clue like that, unless it leads to a trap. Am I right?
Well, forgive the assumption, but
Good point.
for a spider queen sitting in the middle of the great web, setting a trap seems quite apt.
If so, you would be in big trouble.
And is that the case?
No, not yet. I like you. You're sharp and respectful, most of the time. At least, for a chicken.
You're great at insulting and complimenting at the same time.
Thank you.
Plus 5. Suppose I believe that it wasn't you. Why didn't you take action against it? Or, we got a big pile of missing bodies and a bloody trail leading here. What do you make of that? Let's go with suppose I believe that it wasn't you. Oh, but wait a minute. That's kind of accusatorial. Let's go with we got a pile of missing bodies. What do you make about that?
We've got a pile of missing bodies and a bloody trail leading here. What do you make of that?
Well, we're not sure we'd believe us if we were you. But it's true. We had nothing to do with the bodies disappearing. And we don't know who did.
Come on. You run the largest criminal organization in the Hive. Anyone who does anything here, you know about it.
Yes,
You said the Great Web senses everything, didn't you?
Everybody knows about the bodies being dumped. It's a small, closed world, Mr. Featherland. Though we're ashamed to admit it, we don't know who could have done it. And sadly, we couldn't agree that we're the Hive's largest criminal organization.
If you continue like this, I'll end up feeling sorry for you.
Are you sure you want to continue in this tone, Inspector?
Uh-oh.
Not without a life insurance policy.
Don't worry about my health, Your Majesty.
All right, we went the wrong way on that one. Fuck. All right, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who has the reason and the power?
Okay, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who has the reason and the power to do such a thing?
The Golden Fang clan is well entrenched in the Hive. Thanks in part to them, much of our business is no longer, how shall we say, profitable.
The clan, huh? I heard they've been pretty quiet lately.
That's
The
led by the
fact that
monkey,
a
the
criminal
mandrill.
organization doesn't openly blow things up doesn't mean they're not very present, as you well know, Mr. Featherland. And for all we know, you and your partner are very much responsible for the existence of the clan in the first place.
Really? Please, enlighten me.
If the Wessler Empire hadn't fallen, the smaller clans that then waged war for power would never have been born. Am I right?
The Wessler Empire, huh? That was an old case, Your Majesty. If we hadn't stopped that threat, we might have been in even bigger trouble.
Oh, you really think so? That it could be worse than this? The whole city was ravaged by gangs feuding over the remnants of the Westler Empire. These gang wars have consumed all the attention of the Crown and the police, leaving nothing left for the Hive. One angry insect, fed up, committed an assassination attempt that eventually led to the Segregation Act. See, after all, it all started when the so-called Chicken Police put the head of the Westler Empire on ice over some petty, little, private matter.
You know, that's kind of a loose and far-fetched hypothesis.
I don't know.
Oh, we haven't covered everything, but you know that in the big picture, we're perfectly
She is right. She's
I'm
right.
beginning to feel like you're interrogating me and not the other way around.
Oh, please don't. We didn't mean to frighten you.
Then may I continue?
We are at your service.
So, it's the Golden Fang clan that's got you and your people in a tight spot. Am I right?
We're not saying they're responsible for the disappearances. But if it wasn't us, they seem the most likely choice.
I have to agree. Are you willing to talk about them?
To a certain extent, yes. As long as it doesn't harm our interests.
Okay, I pause it. I'll be right back, you guys. Don't go away. Give me a minute. Thanks for waiting for me, guys. Okay, let's continue with this interrogation of the Queen. She's made some pretty good points so far. Let's see, what did she say, the big paragraph? All right, if the Westler Empire was the case we did in the first chicken game, okay? If the Westler Empire hadn't fallen, the smaller clans that then waged war for power would never have been born, am I right? Sonny, the Westler Empire, that was an old case, Your Majesty. If we hadn't stopped that threat, we might have been in bigger trouble. Oh, you really think so? Where did it go? Shit. What just happened? Here, where did it go? That it could be worse than this. Whole city was ravaged by gangs feuding over the remnants. God dang it. Of the Western Empire. These gang wars have consumed... Okay. You really think it could have been worse than this? The whole city was ravaged by gangs feuding over the remnants of the Western Empire. Okay. These gang wars have consumed all the attention of the crown and the police, leaving nothing left for the Hive. One angry insect, fed up, committed an assassination attempt that eventually led to the Segregation Act. You see, after all, it all started when those so-called chicken police, us, put the head of the Western Empire on ice over some petty little private matter. She's got a good point there, man. Created a power vacuum, and then all the powers that be were trying to fight that power vacuum off and left these guys to rot. Okay. So let's continue.
Okay, then let's continue the conversation in this vein.
I should have written this game. Why would the clan need fresh corpse? What can they do with it? Oh yeah, because she's blaming the Gold Fang clan. That's the Mandrill. We haven't met him yet, the monkey dude. Why would the clan need a fresh corpse? What can they do with it? Let's blame someone else. What would the clan do with dead bodies? What is the clan doing here and why the Hive?
What is the clan doing here? And why the Hive?
After the Segregation Act and the construction of the walls, this place was left alone. There is no law here, no order. What better place for a criminal organization?
Aren't they afraid of the wrath of the Great Web?
They had nothing to fear. We spent all our energy on our people and on survival. We had no resources left to fight them.
No police, no enemies, just a bunch of miserable, desperate insects.
As you say, Mr. Featherland, Mick and his vermin couldn't have found a better place to settle. And the city couldn't be happier.
The city? What do you mean?
One of the most powerful gangs of Clawville is now in the Hive, beyond the sight of everyone there. The insects are suffering, and the city just sits back and allows it to happen.
These are extremely wild assumptions.
Are they really?
Yeah, she seems right.
Or dare you not admit to yourself what you suspected all along?
Please don't analyze me.
Trust your own instincts, Mr. Featherland. In the eyes of the city, the clan and the Hive are just two rabid dogs in a hole, tearing each other apart.
I have to think about that.
Take your time, Detective.
She's got some seriously good points, dude. Why do I get the feeling you're getting wealthy off the greasy bits, too? Because she is. Why? You really do see everything. What do you think the clan is playing for? Okay, that one.
You really do see everything. What do you think the clan is playing for? And where do they get their resources?
For the clan, hiding in the Hive was a great idea. But they cut themselves off from the rest of the city with it. So they must have connections or help from beyond the walls.
Another gang? Maybe they've teamed up with someone. The Black Scales. The Furies, maybe.
I don't think so, Mr. Featherland. All the criminal organizations in Clawville are different, but they all have one thing in common. They all want absolute power. That's why they don't really ally themselves with others.
What are you implying? Who can support them from beyond the walls?
Whose interest do you think it would be to aid and abet the clan and get them here? Whose interest is it for the Hive to slowly bleed itself dry? For someone who has a problem with the very existence of it.
You mean?
Yes. Exactly, Mr. Featherland.
Sweet, furry, feathered heaven.
I missed it.
You claim that the clan is funded by the crown?
We're not saying it is, but But the city government is currently benefiting from the fact that the Hive is getting on with its little infighting, instead of causing trouble on the big scale.
Another good
You
point.
know, peace negotiations are coming.
Well, what does that have to do with the disappearance of a few bodies of ordinary citizens? Even if it's like you say, isn't that just more fuel for the fire?
It might be. Perhaps it's for a different purpose, Mr. Featherland. That detective, that private eye, who was working on this.
Private Eye?
Frank Castellini,
Where is he?
or as many called him, half-armed Frank, which we always thought was funny, because he was only one arm short of 4.
Shit. Frank.
The fool was obsessed with pursuing Mick and the clan. He discovered something significant. Maybe he found out exactly where they were hiding. In any case, it certainly pissed off the monkey. Because Mick's got a big bounty on poor Frank's head.
Oh, big
That's
clue.
bad.
Big clue
That's
for Frank.
really bad. Well, thank you for telling me this.
We're surprised to say it ourselves. But we're glad we could help.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
How the fuck do I only have 1 star? What do you gotta do? What do you mean? This game is called Chicken Police Into the Hive. What do you mean, Snail? What? I'm gonna retry.
The Queen seems to like us, but that may be a simple disguise. In any case, a veteran criminal like her is probably harder to break than to open with the right honeyed words. Boost her ego. That can be a solid tactic. But either playing the good or the bad cop, nothing is impossible if you ask the right questions in the right tone.
All right, this is Chicken Police Into the Hive. It is the sequel to the game Chicken Police. We are a couple of, it's obviously it's a noir mystery, okay? We are a couple of chicken detectives. I'm Sonny. Hi. And I talk like this, see? Yeah. And we're out to solve a mystery. This is a world that is, it's an animal world, okay? And part of this world is this country called Clawville. Then there's Slovenia. Then there's another place I can't remember. Clawville. It used to be a harmonious place where animals and insects got along, but now there's been a law passed, the Segregation Act, and insects are no longer allowed in Clawville. They have to stay at the Hive. The Hive has been walled up, and shit is going down at the Hive. There is a body snatcher at work. We got hired by this mysterious praying mantis babe who asked us to find out what happened to her husband's body, which after he died, it mysteriously disappeared. So, that's kind of the general synopsis, okay? It's way too complicated for me to explain right now.
Be forewarned, detective. What you learn here may shake everything you've ever believed in.
You think I believe in anything? It seems your famous senses have failed you.
We'll see, Mr. Featherland. We'll see.
She is the Spider Queen. She's the leader of the underground mafia type organization that runs the Hive. So we started with tell us about yourself, and that was good. But let's go a different route. Let's go with, do you really use the royal plural? Is this some kind of an aristocratic fad?
Do you really use the royal plural? Is this some kind of aristocratic fad?
What a rude boy you can be. We had no idea. But yes, we do. It's a kind of fad that stuck with us from long ago.
You think it makes you look bigger than you are?
We are bigger than you think, Inspector. You will find that out sooner or later.
Perhaps.
We're certain of it.
Tell me, are you alone? I mean, don't you have a partner to share the burden of ruling?
We are alone. But, of course, we've consumed several husbands over the years.
Consumed? I hope you mean that figuratively.
No.
Okay. Well, let's change the subject.
Wise choice,
She's the Black Widow.
Detective.
All right, well, is it just like this? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's point and click. You try to find the clues and solve the mystery, right? And there's mini games. There's some mini games where you shoot stuff. But, you know, yeah, this is pretty much what you get. All right, let's get to the point. Bodies are disappearing from the cemetery. The clues have led us here. What do you think?
Let's get to the point. Bodies are disappearing from the cemetery, and the clues have led us here. What do you think? Why?
You're not playing games. We appreciate that. Yes, in a way, we understand that some clues could have led you here. But those can be misleading. We know nothing about the missing bodies.
You don't know about them, or you have nothing to do with them. Big difference.
There is a big difference. We've heard things. The Great Web is everywhere. And every little bit of information makes its threads twitch. But no, we have nothing to do with them.
All right, so last time when we only got 1 star, we asked her about the coincidence, right? This one, which I thought would be easy going. But now we're trying to be bad cop. So, cemetery named Joe was knocked out. You know anything about that? Someone almost died and the perpetrators seem to have come from here. How about that?
Someone almost died, and the perpetrators seem to have come from here. How about that?
Would they really have come from here? No. We don't really believe that. Or if they did, they didn't do it on our orders.
The bottle was labeled with the logo of the distant light.
Oh, anyone could have a bottle from anywhere.
Yeah, but this bottle was at a crime scene, and it had the logo of a bar that houses a notorious crime queen. That makes the picture a little different.
Indeed. It could even be misinterpreted. But no, it's not that simple, Mr. Featherland.
Uh-oh.
And this rude tone won't work with me.
Now she's
We'll
mad.
see about that,
She's
ma'am.
mad now. Boom, -5. All right. When we mentioned the name of the distant light to the injured Uncle Joe, he was scared to death. Last time we went with "Let's Say I Believe You." We're going with this way this time.
When we mentioned the name of the distant light to the injured Uncle Joe, he was scared to death. Why?
This used to be a dreaded place. And for good reason. Now, it's a derelict shadow of its former self. A pity, right? But anyone who hears of it and is as old as Uncle Joe is right to shiver. Memories are strong.
So it's an open secret that the Great Web is nesting here. The Hive's legendary and infamous criminal organization.
An open secret? I wouldn't even call it that. It was never a secret, because we had no reason to keep it as such. We had nothing to fear.
The police never got their hands on this place. Am I right?
Just as you say. But it is not the police we need to be afraid of.
So that was neutral. Suppose I believe it wasn't you. Why didn't you take action? We did the bloody trail last time, right?
Suppose I believe that it wasn't you. Why didn't you take action against it?
You still think we're the feared and dreaded vigilantes of the Hive. Unfortunately, those days are over, Inspector. The Great Web is now more of an information center than a real, viable enterprise.
But information is power. ain't it?
Indeed, it is. But much more so for a place that is not cut off from every other part of the world. We've been enclosed, Mr. Featherland. So the world is slowly but surely passing us by. Unless...
Unless you do something about it.
Yes. But that's another story. You know, the people of the Hive don't need the Great Web to express their feelings. Especially their anger.
A hive-sized rebellion, for example.
Of course, neither the city nor the crown wants that. In fact, we don't want it. But sadly, we are no longer
Right,
the
Fur Boy?
most powerful in the Hive.
Burn it all down.
There are others who say how things are done.
So we got plus 20 that time. All right, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who has the power? And the yeah.
Okay, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who has the reason and the power to do such a thing?
The Golden Fang clan is well entrenched in the Hive. Thanks in part to them, much of our business is no longer, how shall we say, profitable.
The clan, huh? I heard they've been pretty quiet lately.
The fact that a criminal organization doesn't openly blow things up doesn't mean they're not very present, as you well know.
Hi. You want to try something different?
And for all we know, you and your partner are very much responsible for the existence of the clan in the first place.
Really? Please, enlighten me.
If the Wessler
Snail,
Empire
this is
hadn't
important.
fallen, the
Snail.
smaller clans that then waged war for power would never have been born. Am I right?
The Wessler Empire, huh? That was an old case, Your Majesty. If we hadn't stopped that threat, we might have been in even bigger trouble.
Oh, you really think so? That it could be worse than this? The whole city was ravaged by gangs feuding over the remnants of the Wessler Empire. These gang wars have consumed all the attention of the Crown and the police, leaving nothing left for the Hive. One angry insect, fed up, committed an assassination attempt that eventually led to the Segregation Act. See?
Say that to her,
After all,
Jeremy.
It all started when the so-called Chicken Police put the head of the Wessler Empire on ice over some petty, little, private matter.
You know, that's kind of a loose and far-fetched hypothesis.
Jeremy says the queen sounds like a dude. Let me tell you something, bro. The queen eats dudes like you for breakfast. Because she's a Black Widow. Get it?
Oh, we haven't covered everything, but you know that in the big picture, we're perfectly right.
I'm beginning to feel like you're interrogating me and not the other way around.
Oh, please don't. We didn't mean to frighten you.
Then may I continue?
We are at your service.
So, it's the Golden Fang clan that's got you and your people in a tight spot. Am I right?
We're not saying they're responsible for the disappearances. But if it wasn't us, they seem the most likely choice.
I have to
All right,
agree.
Jeremy, thanks for the
Are you
raid.
willing to talk about them?
To a certain extent, yes. As long as it doesn't harm our interests.
Okay, then let's continue the conversation in this vein.
Thank you for the raid, Jeremy, and welcome to the Raiders. Thanks for coming, you guys. Continue. All right, why would the clan need a fresh corpse? What can they do with it? Let's blame somebody else. What would the clan do with dead bodies? All right, we asked this one last time. Let's go with... Let's blame someone else, right?
Let's blame someone else, right?
Thanks for the
And
shout
what
out.
would the clan do with dead bodies?
Autoplay.
Your rudeness could be offensive. But you know what? It suits you.
Don't change the subject.
So be it. So, what would they
Here we
do
go.
with cold, old corpses?
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, not much.
Eat them.
We never said they were old. They could be fresh ones.
Yep.
In that case, we'd say just look around. Have you not seen any Hive people walking around with no
Soylent Green
arms?
is bugs.
Unfortunately, yes.
Your answer is prepared. We'll give it to you on a silver platter. Some people will sell their own limbs to get out of poverty.
Because the black market will buy them.
Yes. Disgusting, rich, fat, Clawville animals.
So you think the clan trades in fresh body parts?
That could be one of the reasons the graveyard's been ransacked. Or something else entirely.
Specifically?
We have no idea, Mr. Featherland. You're the investigator, not us. After all, that's what you're being paid for, isn't it?
All right, top one.
Why do I get the feeling you're getting wealthy off the greasy bits, too?
Do you mean we're feeding off the suffering of our own people?
I didn't say that. But enough of you just turning a blind eye to a few things. Just turn your face away.
The very suggestion is offensive. It's downright outrageous.
I suppose it is. But as I see it,
She's
the
pissed,
surest
look.
way for you to survive is to join the party.
She's all riled
And
up.
all this time, you've been preaching to me about survival.
You're on very thin ice,
Here we go.
Mr. Featherland.
Here we go.
You know that if I want you gone, I'll make it so no one will ever find you. Not even look for you.
Threatening doesn't work on me, ma'am. My feathers are too thick for that.
Will they stop a bullet, too?
They have in the
Well, I
past.
don't know yet. But a lot of folks were interested in this.
Look around your own neighborhood before you accuse
Oh
us,
wait, it was that jacket
detective.
stuff.
What are you implying?
Whose interest do you think it would be to aid and abet the clan and get them here?
Crown.
Whose interest is it for the Hive to slowly bleed itself dry?
Crown.
For someone who has a problem with the very existence of it.
The crown.
You mean...
Yes. Exactly, Mr. Featherland.
You claim that the clan is funded by the crown?
We're not saying it is. But the city
But it
government
is.
is currently benefiting from the fact that the Hive is getting on with its little infighting, instead of causing trouble on the big scale. You know, peace negotiations are coming.
What does that have to do with the disappearance of a few bodies of ordinary citizens? Even if it's like you say, isn't that just more fuel for the fire?
It might be. Perhaps it's for a different purpose, Mr. Featherland. That detective, that private eye,
Frank.
who was working on this.
Frank.
Private eye?
Frank Castellini,
Yeah.
or as many called him, half-armed Frank, which we always thought was funny, because he was only one arm short of four.
Shit. Frank.
The fool was obsessed with pursuing Mick and the clan. He discovered something significant. Maybe he found out exactly where they were hiding. In any case, it certainly pissed off the monkey. Because Mick's got a big bounty on poor Frank's head.
That's
We didn't learn
bad.
anything new.
That's
By going-
really
By
bad.
going the bad cop route,
If
we
you
didn't
get
learn anything new.
involved, you are unlikely to get out alive. But
But maybe we'll get
we
more than
won't
one
be
story.
sorry. You're not very close to our hearts. Now, if you'll excuse us.
No more questions. For now.
Well,
You
hey!
see? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey! We got 3 stars that time. Let's go. It's not easy to soften or break a real queen, but this time, the good cop routine won the day. The disappearance of the bodies is most likely the work of the Golden Fang clan, and Frank may be in more trouble than we thought.
So Frank Castellini, right? We know him. In fact, I'd say we're friends.
We thought cops didn't like private eyes.
Frank's helped us out with a lot in the past. And in return, we'd turn a blind eye when he snooped where he shouldn't have.
There was a time when cooperation between animals and insects was commonplace.
I was just a chick then, Your Majesty. But my partner lived in the Hive's neighborhood for quite some time.
Oh, really?
It used to be a great neighborhood, ma'am.
If this was meant to make us sympathize with you and your cause, you've succeeded. You see, we're old and sentimental. But we're something else, too.
Beautiful.
Thank you. But that's not what we meant. We're practical. Which means if you really want our help, you'll have to do something for us in return.
Here it is.
Seems like a fair offer. We're listening.
Frank was never a friend, nor an enemy. He's the kind of man who doesn't belong to either side. Always walking in the shades between them. But not so long ago, we had a quarrel. And he's taken something from us that's very dear to our hearts.
You want us to bring back this something?
Bring it back?
What is it?
No. We don't want it back.
What do you want me to do with
You
it?
won't be able to do that. Just tell us where it is. We'll take care of the rest.
You're being deliberately vague, am I right?
Sometimes it's best if you know exactly what you need to know. If you get the information we want, you can guarantee the Great Web will be on your side when you clash with the Golden Fang clan.
Oh, faction
When?
choices
Not
now.
if.
We have no doubt that if you follow the trail your friend Frank has set out on, it will eventually lead you to the clan's trap.
Okay, you got a deal. We'll meet again soon.
I look forward to it, detectives. But I'd hurry if I were you. Your friend Frank could be in serious trouble.
Furry hell. Frank. What has he got himself into?
Exactly what we're about to get ourselves into, partner. If you're ready.
What do you mean, ready? I'm always ready. In fact, I was born ready.
I don't mean that. I just mean, what's going on with you and Laura? There's enough shit going on. I don't want to stir up any more.
Cluck that. It's what you do best, Boss Bird. And let's keep it that way, okay? You drive, I follow, we get shot at, we survive, but just barely, and most importantly, we don't talk about personal shit. Deal?
You know, buddy, that's the best deal I ever heard.
A deal.
Now you're talking.
That's a deal, man. New clues, and all kinds of new shit to do. Who's this guy? Showing up all of a sudden.
Who do my eyes see?
The one and only Phil Marlowe. Private Hawkeye and
Marlowe,
professional
remember
boozer.
him?
What's this old featherhead doing here?
Looks like we're not the only lost fowl in the hive.
Not counting that weirdo pianist, of course.
Did we say hi?
Sure we do. I need to know what he's up to. He might even be in similar shoes to ours.
Fillmore.
You think so? That would be almost like a crossover episode.
A what?
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, Fillmore. What up?
Oh no, I think I'm hallucinating.
You're not hallucinating, Phil. We're standing here in front of you, in all our feathered glory.
That's my clucking luck. Even in the hive, I can't get away from you two.
We're your living conscience, pal.
And what does my conscience tell me?
To stop drinking.
The pot calling the kettle black?
Fair enough.
Shut up, Marty. Not today.
I'll zip it.
So, are you on a little investigation?
What else would I be doing in the hive? Do I look like I belong here?
No. Actually, almost hurts to say it out loud, but you look pretty good.
Thanks, sweetheart.
By the way,
Yeah, sweetheart.
if you're so interested, there's a gang of dung beetles who broke into the local sewage treatment plant and stole some high-quality manure.
Is there such a thing as high-quality manure?
Son, if you only knew. Here, manure is sometimes worth as much as gold.
You know what? We don't need the details.
But I do.
And you? What are you doing here? Are you being teased by some hot she-cat?
Never again, Phil. Never again.
I can understand that. Well, make yourselves at home.
That's from
if
the
you
Wessler
can.
case, too.
They don't like our kind around here.
You don't say.
I'm surprised you still have feathers.
That was a crack at us from the last case, the original Chicken Police game.
Yeah, it's a small miracle.
Let's ask Fillmore some shit.
Listen, Fillmore, for someone who looks like shit,
How do I look so damn good?
funny, but something like that.
If you must know, I have a very rich and powerful benefactor.
He does
I get
look
most of my cases from him.
So you're a paid private detective now, or more like domestic detective?
Laugh if you want, but you'll never make as much dough as I do. And my caseload isn't that demanding.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just be careful, boys. I might come after you again.
What do you mean again?
Oops, I talk too much. Leave me alone to drink and get lost.
Well, it's good to see you too, Phil.
Okay. New clues, new goals, new topics. Let's see. Let's see here. Sweet Frank. Zenaida thinks if we follow Frank's trail, we'll end up in the clan's trap. Yeah. Oh. Up top. What's going on? There. No, here. Thank you. So Phil Marlowe. Phil Marlowe is an old rival and perhaps I should say friend. We started our careers at the same time, and while I chose to join the police force, he took the precarious path of the private eye. We've clashed many times over our jobs, and we've pulled each other out of messes many times. His heart is in the right place, but unfortunately he drinks a bit too much, so he's a rather unreliable guy. Okay. Zenaida thinks of the Spider Queen thinks if we follow Frank's trail, we'll surely end up in the clan's trap. We need to find out exactly where it is and how to get inside the clan headquarters, right? Yeah, we know about this. We know about that. Okay.
Are you here for an audience with the Queen?
I've already met her. But I got the impression she's not too keen on Clavillian private eyes sniffing around.
Yet she tolerates your presence.
It's that indelible charm of mine, Sonny. But how could you possibly know that?
Yeah, my kind of charm doesn't belong here.
Now get out of here, cluckers. I'm trying to work.
Looks like real hard work, Phil.
Martin.
I know, shut up. I'm used to it.
So cool. All right, ask him about Frank. Why has he got polka dotted underwear? Why is that highlighted?
Listen, Phil. You know Frank Castellini.
Of course I know him. Everybody knows him around here. Why?
Well, I think he overreached himself a little and got into a tussle with the Golden Fang clan.
Well, rest in pieces, Frank. You were a great insect. Let's drink to that.
Don't be silly, Phil. He's still alive. At least we hope he is. But maybe not for long. Heard anything from him?
I heard he had a case involving the closing of the textile factory, but that's all I know.
Yeah, we heard about that too. Strange. But thanks anyway.
I hope you find him still alive. He's a good guy.
What about the Hive?
How come you're drinking so casually in the middle of the Hive? We almost got hanged on the first lamppost when we got here.
Me too. But my client has pretty good connections here, so I've had a sort of license to fly.
Speaking of licenses, do you even have one? I mean, real, proper permission to enter the Hive?
What? No, of course not. What do you take me for, an idiot?
Well, he's got a point.
I hope you didn't have too much of a struggle getting one.
Shut up, both of you.
We did. Okay, what about that scarf? Looks kind of fancy. How are you making all the money for that?
Sorry, Phil, but what's that thing on your neck?
This? It's called a scarf. In high society, it's worn wrapped around the neck or just thrown over the shoulder. It's great for keeping the neck warm, but it's also used as a fashion accessory.
I know what a scarf is, jackass. What's it doing on you? That's way too, delicate for you.
What a scarf is, jackass.
It was given to me by someone very important to me. Let that be enough.
Ah, so there's a girl involved.
I never said that.
Well, what then?
Will you get the cluck out of here already?
Okay, don't be so jumpy.
I think it's a nice scarf. Really.
Like every great story, this one involves a girl. What movie starts with that line? Bet you don't know. Bet you do know, but you don't know.
Fuck off.
All right, let's ask about Zip's missing tail, our raccoon friend that owns the diner.
Zip has lost something very dear to him. Have you heard anything about it?
Actually, it's a pretty rough story. Mick Goldfang ripped it off with his own hand.
That's what Zip was referring to, though he wouldn't go into details.
I don't blame him.
Any idea where we can find it?
You guys really want to get that thing back?
The old trash panda got us out of a lot of trouble over the years, and we did the same for him. Kind of a habit between us.
All I know is that Mick doesn't always keep it on him. But he does have a secret headquarters somewhere in the Hive. So there's a good chance that's where the stray body part's gonna be.
Thanks, Phil. That sounds like an exceptionally useful tip.
Movie ends with a line, with great power comes great responsibility. All right, continuing.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Now you might as well cluck off.
Good evening to you, too.
One more thing, Sonny. What I said, you didn't hear it from me.
What did he say, man? He said, okay, the old trash panda got us out of a lot of trouble over the years. We did the same for him. It's kind of a habit. All I know is that Mick didn't always keep it on him. But he does have a secret headquarters somewhere in the Hive. There's a good chance that's where the tail is. Okay. In secret headquarters in the Hive. Gotcha.
Stop treating us like day-old chicks, Phil. We never even met you.
That's the spirit. Good bird.
Good point. Okay.
I don't want to get drunk. I mean, not now.
Why are we given the option to search the thing? All right, what about, let's look at the pictures again.
No wonder she's calling herself Queen.
Yeah. All right, what about the oh, let's talk to the Queen again. Got more to tell us.
You know, it's ironic that you're here snooping around, investigating the clan.
Because...
A few years ago, when you brought down the Wessler Empire, everything that has happened is on you.
Snail!
Sorry, but I don't quite get it.
We think you do, Mr. Featherland. You're not as bird-brained as you make out.
Right.
Your heartbeat gives you away.
Look, Your Majesty, I have nothing to be ashamed of. We did what we had to do.
If the Wessler Empire hadn't collapsed, all those new gangs wouldn't have risen from the ashes. Gangs like the Clan, clamoring for power to this day, forcing the city back into the Dark Ages.
Here's something interesting. I don't know if it's just a typo or what, but when she says the clan, it's spelled with a C. And when other characters have been saying the clan, it's spelled with a K. I don't know if that's just a mistake or what. I've noticed several typos or grammatical or spelling errors, grammatical errors, but I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
Wessler was a lunatic who needed to be stopped. That's the story. Mick is another psycho who's gonna be caught. Simple as that.
I imagine it doesn't mean anything because you could just turn the subtitles off and you wouldn't know that. So.
Is it really that simple?
More beer!
Always is.
We can't decide if you're just saying that, or if you really believe what you say, which is quite rare.
I'm happy to be the exception that proves the rule, Your Majesty.
Hey, buddy. Change of outfit?
Huh? What the fuck are you clucking about?
Honestly, I don't mind you not having that ugly rifle.
What's the chick talking about?
Marty, he's not...
They all look
I
alike.
think this
Oh my
suit's a
God.
bit much. Somehow, it's not for your kind.
What do you mean, not for my kind?
Marty, I think they're brothers.
Oh. So he and the guy upstairs are twins?
Well done, Marty. You deserve a cookie.
Sorry, good sir. We didn't mean to offend.
Will you get the cluck out of here?
On our way.
Not quite. Go back to the Queen.
Anyway, here we are. We have to question... I've got what I wanted. For now.
Yeah? Okay. Wait a minute, has he got anything new?
Another tough kid who shouldn't be clucked with.
So you are two brothers, right?
Huh? What? Nah.
Well, then?
We are not two brothers.
Millions.
There are 72 of us.
It's quite a family.
Your mom must have been a real angel.
Oh, what?
And tell me, big boy, do you all work in this line of work?
What line of work?
Oh, he's got an eye
Well,
patch,
you
I just
know,
noticed.
How can I say this?
He means, are you all criminals?
Do you really want to get beaten up that badly? What the hell are you, suicide chickens?
Funny, your brother asked the same
Yeah,
thing.
I was gonna say.
Just get the clock out of here.
Pleasure talking to you.
I like the eye patch, dude. It's like, the fuck?
Huh? Anything else?
Oh, no. Nothing. We're going.
Alright, I guess we are going. Let's look at our thing. Secrets of the Church. Okay, we need to learn more about that. Speak with Frank. Yeah. Like a fortress. We know that. Okay. Why is this still got an exclamation point? I don't understand. Okay, so we met with Phil Marlowe and then Castor's brother, Queen Zenaita's personal bodyguard, a real bonehead. Very funny. Bonehead, get it? Because they have exoskeletons. This game's awesome. Speak with Frank. Our first stop is with Frank, it said. Okay. So we go to the Mizap. Police department. Oh, Frank ain't. Where's Frank? I forget where Frank is. Frank's place.
Cluck, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we got a bad feeling about this, you guys.
What now?
I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what now.
We're going in. We're gonna find Frank alive and well.
Great plan. Can I bring Bertha? What? I swear I won't shoot you with it. Again.
Oh, thanks, partner. That's real nice of you.
At least not on purpose.
What?
What? Nothing.
All right, you know what? We're not going to go in there right now. We're going to save that for the next time because tonight we're stopping right here. We're gonna stop right here, right outside of Frank's place, you guys. This way we know where we're going, what we're doing, going into Frank's place. Remind me if on Monday I don't remember, because we won't be playing this game tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're gonna be playing. Tomorrow night we're gonna be doing old Fall Guys with viewers. You are invited to play along tomorrow or just hang out and watch. Sorry, I took Predator out from Hitman Freeloader. It's too annoying. It's too annoying. Tomorrow night we're going to be doing Fall Guys with viewers. You're invited to join us. We do that every Friday night. You can just hang out and watch, or you can play along. It's beginner friendly. You don't have to be good to have a good time playing with us. And we play a lot of custom maps. We play our own private shows. So if dickheads come in, easy to get rid of them. I would say 99.999% of the people are fantastic. So if you want to hang out and play with us inside a video game tomorrow night and have a big party, that's what we're going to do. Otherwise, we'll be back Monday with more Chicken Police after Hitman. Yeah. You're welcome, Hitman Freeloader. Thanks to everybody, all the lurkers. Thank you guys for hanging out all night tonight. I appreciate you so much. I'm really enjoying this game, Snail. If you're still listening, I love it. We're going to do more of it Monday. Till then, see you in the Discord or tomorrow for more Hitman and Fall Guys with viewers, okay? Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. What? Anton says